it was interesting how Malia told Hector that she would not sleep with him on the first or fourth date. She seems pretty certain that she wants to be in a committed relationship with a man before sleeping together. But with Chan, it seems like all logic goes out the window. In the bathroom, she said she wanted him and contemplated sleeping with him that night. What is the difference? It's them damn dreams. That's the difference. The dreams have her feeling like they have already, and they have been meeting, you know what I mean? But she feels a level of connection to him that she hasn't felt with anybody else. So it feels like, even though I don't know him, but I feel like I know him, you know? So that's why she's always ready to give him the ones and the twos, baby. Because she feel like, I know you. I know you on an astral plane or something, but I know you. Okay. You guys go ahead and chime in. Because I'm going to go down a rabbit hole and it's going to get bad.
I think it's always different from who you desire and who you don't desire and who you're attracted to, you know, like you said, because it's like Billy could come and holler at you and you're like, never. And then that fineness can come and talk to you and you'd be like, oh, okay. we can see, you know, where this conversation leads to, you know, so it's just about, you know, that first initial attraction, you know, because I mean, I don't know what Hector looked like, but he obviously wasn't too much to catch Malia's eye and be like, oh, you know, let me see what this is about. You know,
so when he was talking, remember, he came off as very arrogant, and we were all like, "Yo, he's coming off real arrogant." He seemed like he'd be sexy as hell, you know, from what he was like, the description of him. But
exactly, and to
he tore it up with that mouth.
Arrogance for me is very unattractive, you know. So that might turn really off too. You know, maybe if he had came on the scene more humble, then she might have been like, maybe, you know.
I'm still not gonna give you the cookie on the first night, but I mean, because you're not Chan, but we can talk different talk because you're not Chan.
I say it's that toxicity that we'll be talking about.
Toxicity, baby.
You know, it's like the if she's, I don't know, it goes to her morals, I guess. And she's what, like I said, if he's fine, like, let's go. But if you're not attracted to him, you know, you're like, no. And I got all these morals and I got these standards now. And like, right. It's like, sis, I don't think you really, you know, those ain't like no morals. That's not no standards. Because if the right guy, Chan, comes along, you're willing to throw all that.
He got the lock to the key, baby. Like,
I mean, she was ready the first night and was mad that she didn't get it. And so, and then, I mean, all it took was him sucking on her fingers and she had a whole full-blown orgasm in the restaurant.
Praise God.
So, you know, hallelujah. But at the same time,
God.
You know, don't
magic in that mouth.
It's basically, she's capping. I guess that's a word of the day. Word of this week is cap. She's capping, talking about, oh, these are I don't sleep with nobody first through fourth date and whatever.
I mean, she didn't mess with Justin either, though. I mean, it's something about Chan. Some people, let me tell you something. I always pray, like, I don't ever want to meet nobody where, and I'm you know, I'm married now, so I ain't got to worry about that. But when I was single, I was always like, I don't want to meet anybody who I don't have any control over myself around. Like, that's dangerous. Like, whatever standards I have for you, baby. What you say? Okay. You know, I never wanted to be that person. But I do feel like there are people out there that you can come across and you be like,
you can lose yourself.
You can lose yourself in the right person. And I'm like, I don't want to lose myself in nobody. Now, you can get lost in me a little bit because I won't abuse it.
Of course.
But I can't get lost in nobody. Like, that's dangerous. That is very, very dangerous to get lost in somebody like that. So I don't feel like she was capping. Like, she was normal. Capping. I think, shut up. I think under normal circumstances, I remember when I used to take chemistry in college and we would have to do like labs and stuff. And we would have to write on our report certain information. Remember in chemistry and how you would be in lab and they would like, under normal conditions, this would be the ideal result. But if something happened and you have to write in the report, this happened or something got too hot and that was out of the normal. And so now we have a variation of reaction. Well, whatever, some type of error report basically saying that it didn't go as should have went under normal conditions. So I think under normal circumstances, this is what Malia is thinking. But I think that when she gets around Chan, it's not normal circumstances.
Mm.
It's not. It's not.
Cap. No, I'm sorry.
She's like, for you, baby, I'll do whatever you want me to do. What
Right.
you want to eat? You want that bath? I'll run you a bath. You want a massage? I got you. You know. I think that's where she's at with that. Alicia's like, nope. I'm doing it all for you. Doing it all. Okay, Kyrie. The last question is yours.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a standard that she does hold for herself. But it's like you said, if you meet that right person, you know, you're going to drop
Derail
a
the
little
train.
bit of your reserves because you're feeling comfortable. You're feeling, you know,
Lower that.
free. You're turned on. You're ready for that action,
I'm
and
ready for that action.
he's looking the part, you know. So
Real good. Real bad.
Real bad.
Real bad.
Yeah, I still would have left. I would have left. I wouldn't have been there. I wouldn't have known.
Honey, I would have been like, what you would, okay. Okay, what else can you do?
I would have been went running from that restaurant
I would
screaming.
have been like, that mouth has been anointed for this
Right.
body. It probably would have been the devil, to be honest. Definitely probably would have been the devil. But I would have been finding out. I'd be like, that mouth was anointed, baby. Because if you did that to the fingers, I want to experience the rest of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then you gotta think about him doing that to other women too. Like,
I'm not worried about them though. Right now, I'm thinking about
Right. It's my fingers and my body.
How many fingers have you had in your mouth, sir? That's gross. Do you do this with everybody? It's like the first date. Do you do this with everybody on the first date?
I'm sure he didn't do it to everybody.
He said, yeah. He's like, yeah, that's kind of my thing.
I don't think, no, if I said that to him and he said this is my thing, I'd be like, you know what? I'm done. Then I would have walked in.
And could you imagine running into his ex and she's like, yeah, he did that finger thing.
I thought I was special.
Now I gotta go wash my hands. Let me go wash my hands.
Girl, I would lose it. I'd be like, so you didn't feel what I felt? Okay. Mm-hmm. So you just do that for everybody. You over here just sucking finger. I thought I was special, bro. I thought you did this for me. Okay. Mm-hmm. We done. Yeah. Because if I would have asked him, I'd be like, well, what possessed it? Like, that's just kind of like my magic touch. I want to show it when I'd be like, you did what? Exactly. So that's when it would have been like, it would have killed every fire that was in me to take him home and tear him down. Like, no.
I would have tore him
down. I would have tore him down. But if he would have revealed that to me, it would have killed it all. I'd be like, oh nah, bro. And you don't even have my phone number, so I don't have to worry about blocking you. We done. Because now I know this is what you do to get the ladies going.
Yeah. My mind just jumps there automatically. I'm like, not on the first date, sir. Like, this is what you're putting out? Mm-mm. Can't do it. All right. Our last question. Do you see Chan's hot and cold demeanor in the car as a red flag or a future warning for Malia? I definitely think it's a red flag. You know, and she didn't even do anything to warrant that behavior. You know, so when somebody can kind of switch it up on you and then, you know, kind of be cold and shut off and you're like, what's going on? Like, you know, I definitely think that's a big, something that she should pay attention to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alicia?
Yes, definitely a red flag, like Kyrie said, because she didn't even do anything. So imagine they're together and she accidentally like does something by mistake, you know, packs a brick wrong or
counts that money wrong.
Yeah, you know, miscount some money or something. To see him switch up like that and become that without her doing anything that came.
Right.
So it should have been like a bit of a warning, like, okay, and then, the way he was able to switch it up like that, I would be like, hold on, is he pretending? Like, is he really this butthole? And
or are you just mental?
On this nice, to get me. And then once he gets with me, the real him comes out. So
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely, um, that's a red flag. Especially he
Yeah.
was able to switch it up, like, within a couple of minutes, and he got mad at her. I'm like, how you gonna get mad at her for the way she looked? Um, so yeah, she better watch out. But then that goes back to my earlier question of, her being so wrapped up in him and her lust that she'll end up over,
Yeah.
and it'll be too
True.
late. They already had been together, probably had a baby and everything before she realized, oh my God,
And I'll still leave you.
this Negro ain't it. Like, what was I thinking? So
Mhm. No,
definitely.
I think you're totally right, though. I think you're totally right in that, like, the way he switched up on her. I got certain rules and regulations, baby, and we're not doing that. If you switch up on me, that's cool because you come back later on and I just won't be there. I don't play that. That's craziness to me because it goes back to people being, unstable. And I'm not saying I'm no pretty little princess and I'm just so holier than thou. And I don't have a moment where I might give you some choice words, but that wasn't warranted, for him to just switch up on her like that. One moment they're cool, the next moment he kind of like flashes a little bit, and then he sees that she's like it said that she felt like she was a child who was being scolded.
Mm,
You
mm-hmm.
got me in here feeling like I'm a 5-year old kid in kindergarten. I didn't knocked over the apple juice. Like, no, you're not, sir. You're not going to do me that way, okay? Um, so she really felt some kind of way, and then he was like, "Oh, this restaurant's going to be really delicious. Are you ready?" Like, no, I'm not ready. I'm ready for you to drop
Like,
me off in this
whoa.
corner and get an Uber because ain't nobody
Right.
playing with you, bro. Um, I definitely think it's a warning sign. I definitely think it's red flags should be going off. I don't like personality changes like that. I don't like, what I'm saying, you switching up. Please don't ever think in that little brain of yours that because I said I loved you, because I put a ring on it, just because I have a couple babies by you, that she's not the one who will pack it up and go. You know what I mean? So I know you were saying that, like, it might be like too late for her. It ain't never too late. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm gonna be real. I have heard, I've heard people even in my own family say, "Man, you gotta trap that girl." You know what I'm saying? Go get her pregnant, trap her, sir. It's not good advice, but just know babies don't trap people. I mean, I might have a little bit more luggage to move, but I'm still going. Like, don't get it twisted, bro. So yeah, that was a little bit like she definitely needs to pay attention to the way that he flashed because it just wasn't okay. You shouldn't be scalding a grown woman because of something that somebody else did. You're with the baddie, sir. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. You ain't with her too. You with somebody who's off the Richter scales. You with a bad B. And if that's not the type of attention that you can deal with and it makes you feel some kind of way, I totally get it. Because if you, for instance, I think even if you're an attractive woman, if you were dating a man like Drake or whatever, who's good looking, who's a successful rapper, that could make you feel like, well, dang, like, bro, I got women just on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really could be like questioning yourself a little bit, right? Because that's normal. People do that, right? But this is what you signed up for. You can't sign up to be with Drake and then flip. No, because that woman threw her panties at you. It kind of comes with the territory as being a rapper. So you got all these groupies all around. You didn't know that? You know what I mean? So you have to kind of know what you're signing up for, but you also have to have trust for your partner. And just because Malia is a beautiful woman and that men are interested in her doesn't mean that she's feeding into it to cause problems for you and her or anybody else. So yeah, that whole switching up and acting really, really toxic was like, do you need medication? Is it some type of, disorder, mental health? Like, I would definitely be looking at that because nobody has time for none of that. None of it. I think my father had an undiagnosed mental health disorder that he didn't get help for, and he put us through it. So I'm very cautious about, people who act in that way because I'm just like, guess what? All of that dysfunction at home growing up made me know one thing: I will leave. You know what I mean? Like that's my method for everything in life. Just leave, just go. So I'm not the
Walk
best person to
away.
ask advice
Walk
for
away.
anything. Yeah, just go, just like because after you've talked about it and you've explained yourself, we're not going to keep explaining ourselves. I'm done. So yeah, he was tripping though. He was definitely tripping. And I would definitely be like, let me tell you something, Mr. Calm. You're not going to be talking to me like nobody's damn child now. God made me grown for a reason. I can govern myself appropriately. And my thing is, if you feel like you have to be that frustrated with that woman, then she's not for you, because you can't be flashing on her. So what happens if he takes her to a business party or something like that, and people are, oh yeah, Malia, and holding conversation? Are you gonna get yanked up by your hair at the end of the night, or get grabbed? You was doing too much over there. Nobody was doing too much. It's called socializing. It's called networking. It's called giving out your business card. If that's not something that you can handle, then I'm gonna suggest you downgrade the model of woman that you want to be with, so you don't have those problems. So, any final thoughts, Carrie? It looks like she's about to fall off and go to sleep. She looks like she's done for the day. But this woman's been up since 2 a.m. This is her normal start time for the day. When you operate multiple businesses, she's a freaking boss, baby. She gets up at 2 a.m. I wake up in the morning and I already have notes for the day. I already have, okay, Corinna, so we're doing this. Like, this woman is a mother freaking machine. You know what I mean? Like, there's nobody else on the planet like this. This is crazy. I wake up in the morning. Okay, I've already gone over this and I've given like 6 a.m. and she's been up working for the last 4 hours. That's my girl right there.
Yeah, and I haven't slept too good in the past couple of days, so forgive me.
I'm gonna send you some Benadryl. I'll give you some Benadryl. Take 2.
I just need some fried chicken. Give me that.
We're gonna have to make that happen today for you.
I haven't had fried chicken in a long time, so I'm like, that would.
What do you normally order it from?
Would make me happy today, huh?
Where do you normally order it from?
Popeyes.
Well, go ahead and DoorDash it. Tell me what the cost is, and I'll send you the money for it. And then it'll be like, I'm treating. So shut up and do what I tell you to do. I'm just gonna send it. At least you go order you some food too, baby, because it's all me today. I'm a big spender today.
You sure? Because I want some Popeyes too.
Yeah, go put you in the order. Let me know what the cost is.
And rice. And
get that biscuit with that honey. Yeah, it's on me today, y'all.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, lunch is on me today.
Y'all
have any? Yeehaw! Y'all have any final thoughts? Cut the yeehaw out. I'm just saying.
Leave that in there.
That's all for this episode of Rose City, the After Show. We hope you enjoyed our discussion on episode 16. Don't forget to tune in next week when we will be diving into episode 17. If you haven't already read it, what are you waiting for? The first 3 episodes are free on Kindle Vella, so there's no reason for you not to be involved in this. I'm sure you'll be hooked. New episodes are being published every week. We love to hear from our readers, so please add your thoughts, questions, and comments to down below. Reach out to us also on Rose City The After Show on Facebook. All links will be provided in the description. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you again next week in Rose City. Bye.